Before an empire rises from steel, stone, or strategy, it's born in a place no one else can see, inside the mind of the one bold enough to believe in it. Long before the world applauds, long before success becomes visible, long before money, recognition, or opportunity show up, everything begins in the silent inner world where vision takes shape. What people call overnight success is nothing more than the final spark of a fire that someone has been tending for years. Alone, in the dark, with nothing but faith to keep it alive, every empire, whether built in business, art, invention, or leadership, starts as a simple decision. I refuse to stay where I am. That decision doesn't announce itself with trumpets. It doesn't ask for permission. It doesn't need applause. It grows quietly, like a seed planted beneath the soil, hidden from sight, yet gathering strength long before it breaks through the surface. The world only celebrates the bloom. It forgets the roots. But the roots are where the real power is. The truth is, the journey to greatness begins long before results appear. It starts with the mindset strong enough to stand alone, to build in silence, to persist without evidence, to keep going when everything around you suggests you should stop. Empire builders are not defined by wealth. They're defined by the way they think when they have nothing, by the way they act when nobody is watching, by the way they hold their vision even when life tests their resolve. And life will test it. The moment you decide to rise beyond your circumstances, resistance meets you like a fierce wind. People will doubt you. Circumstances will challenge you. Your own mind will try to drag you back to the familiar. But this is the very moment that separates those who talk about dreams from those who build them. Most people fold under pressure because they expect the journey to feel comfortable. Empire builders understand that pressure is proof they're moving forward. You cannot control where you start, but you can control how you think about where you're going. That's the difference. Some people look at their lack of money, their lack of opportunity, their lack of support, and they let it define them. But those who go on to build something extraordinary take that same lack and turn it into fuel. They understand that beginnings are supposed to be empty. That's what makes the victory meaningful. They don't wait for resources. They become resourceful. They don't wait for the perfect moment. They shape the moment they have. They don't wait for someone to hand them a blueprint. They draw their own. The mind becomes the architect long before the hands begin the work. You think first, then you build. You decide first, then you move. You believe first, then you receive. But belief is not some soft, gentle thought. It's a fierce inner command that says, I will not stop until this vision becomes real. Most people think small because small thoughts are safe. Small dreams are comfortable. Small expectations don't invite disappointment. But empire builders understand that small thinking creates small lives, and small lives never change the world. The greatest power you possess is not talent, not money, not opportunity. It's the ability to discipline your mind, to direct your thoughts, to choose the vision you pour your energy into. Because whatever your mind focuses on expands. Focus on fear, and fear grows. Focus on limitations, and they multiply. Focus on the future you want, and the world begins to shift around you. Not immediately, not magically. The path to building something extraordinary begins with a decision to master the inner world before confronting the outer one. What most people never realize is that the mind is the first battlefield, not the marketplace, not the competition, not the economy. The first war is fought within your own thoughts, between the voice that pushes you forward and the voice that pulls you back. The average person lets that inner resistance eat them alive. They surrender to doubt before they even attempt the climb. They convince themselves the mountain is too steep, the journey too long, the dream too unrealistic. And because they accept these thoughts as truth, their life becomes a reflection of limitations that never existed. But empire builders see the same mountain differently. They feel the same fear, the same uncertainty, the same pressure, but instead of shrinking, they rise. They look at the impossible and say, "Good. Let it be difficult." That means most people will never try. The mindset that creates greatness is built through repetition, choosing strength over weakness, focus over distraction, conviction over doubt. It grows each time you refuse to quit. It sharpens each time you take the next step, when your body is tired and your mind is tempted to return to comfort. That inner dialogue becomes the engine that drives you. And once the engine is strong enough, the world can no longer stop you. But it all begins with clarity, knowing exactly what you want. Not a vague idea, not a soft wish, not a hope disguised as a plan. Real clarity is specific, sharp, and firm. It feels like a target you can see even when your life currently looks nothing like the future you're aiming toward. Clarity turns dreams into direction. Without it, you wander. With it, you move with purpose. The reason clarity matters is simple. Your mind needs a destination. Just like a compass points north, your thoughts need something to align with. When your goal is clear, your behavior follows. Your habits adjust. Your actions sharpen. Your energy gets filtered. Suddenly, everything you do either pulls you closer to that future or pushes you further away. And when you truly understand what you want, anything that distracts you becomes easier to reject. This is where most people fail. They want success, but they remain loyal to the habits that keep them average. They want a better life, but they cling to the comfort that destroys potential. They want to rise, but they fear letting go of what's familiar. They want the crown, but they refuse to carry the weight required to earn it. The empire in their mind collapses long before they ever take the first step. But for the few who choose the harder path, everything changes. The moment you commit to a vision, fully, deeply, without hesitation, the world begins to rearrange itself around your intent. Opportunities appear in places you never noticed before. People show up who align with your mission. Ideas flow with more clarity. Not because the universe suddenly favors you, but because your mind has locked onto a direction so strongly that everything unrelated fades into the background. Momentum is a powerful force, and it begins with small, consistent actions. You don't leap from nothing to greatness. You build it day by day, choice by choice, sacrifice by sacrifice. You strengthen your mind through discipline. You sharpen your instincts through repetition. You cultivate resilience through adversity. Over time, the person you used to be becomes unrecognizable compared to the person you're becoming. And the journey is not supposed to be easy. It's supposed to reshape you, break you, rebuild you, strengthen you, mold you into a leader capable of carrying a vision that outlives your doubts. Every challenge you face is part of the sculpting process. Every setback refines your character. Every moment of struggle is preparing you for the weight of the empire you're trying to build. When the world doubts you, let it doubt. When people misunderstand you, let them misunderstand. When circumstances try to slow you down, keep moving anyway. Because the real victory isn't in proving others wrong, it's in proving yourself right. It's in knowing that despite fear, despite obstacles, despite uncertainty, you chose to honor the vision placed inside you. That's what sets empire builders apart. They don't wait for belief to come from the world. They generate it from within. The truth is, your mind becomes the architect long before your hands ever begin to build. Before there is structure, there is thought. Before there is progress, there is intention. Before there is wealth, there is the inner shift that allows you to believe you deserve more than the life you were handed. The greatest achievements in history began as silent ideas carried by individuals who refused to let their circumstances define them. They weren't born with guarantees. They weren't surrounded by certainty. They created certainty by cultivating a mindset that refused to settle. When you begin shaping this kind of mindset, you start discovering the power of alignment. When your thoughts, actions, habits, and values move in the same direction. Most people are in conflict with themselves. They want success, yet they speak fear. They dream big, yet they act small. They envision growth, yet they feed doubt. They hope for discipline, yet they surrender to distraction. Their daily behavior contradicts the future they claim to desire. And that contradiction becomes the cage they live in. But empire builders break that cycle. They align their inner world so tightly that every decision, even the smallest one, reflects the future they're creating. They don't wake up asking, "What do I feel like doing today?" They ask, "What must be done to become the person I said I want to be?" That shift in question changes everything. It replaces emotion with commitment. It transforms hesitation into movement. It turns ambition into discipline. And the deeper the discipline grows, the more powerful your vision becomes. Because vision isn't just imagination, it's the ability to look at your current life and see beyond it. It's the ability to look at an empty field and see a business. To look at a blank page and see a book. To look at a setback and see a setup. Vision allows you to live not through the eyes of reality, but through the eyes of possibility. It whispers to you in the moments where your circumstances try to convince you that nothing will change. Those whispers are important because the journey toward greatness requires constant reminders of who you are becoming, not who you were, not who they said you had to be, who you are choosing to become, and choosing is the key word. People forget that identity is a decision. You are not trapped by your past. You are not limited by your environment. You are not defined by the opinions of those who never lived your life. You have the authority to rewrite your story the moment you stop apologizing for wanting more. But wanting more is only the beginning. The next step requires courage, the kind that doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers. Sometimes it shakes. Sometimes it speaks through a quiet decision made when no one is watching. Courage is the willingness to take the next step even when the path is unclear. It's the willingness to fail without letting failure stop you. It's the willingness to be misunderstood, judged, doubted, and questioned while remaining loyal to your vision. Every person who has ever built something meaningful has faced this pressure. It's the weight that separates the talkers from the builders, the dreamers from the doers, the spectators from the leaders. And the weight doesn't disappear as you rise, it grows heavier. But so do you. You learn to stand taller. You learn to breathe deeper. You learn to stay calm when the world expects you to fall apart. You discover strength you didn't know you had, simply because life required you to find it. Before the world ever witnesses a single sign of your success, there is a long, silent chapter of your life where everything meaningful happens unseen. This is the chapter most people never talk about because it's not glamorous. It doesn't make headlines, and nobody applauds you for surviving it. But this invisible season is where every great mind, every empire builder, every history maker is forged. People admire the mansion, the million, the recognition, the confidence, the influence, but they forget that every visible achievement stands on a foundation built from years of invisible effort. And that effort doesn't begin in the bank account, in a big opportunity, or in some magical moment. It begins inside you, in the quiet corners of your mind. long before the world believes in anything you're doing. Let me make something clear. Empires are not built in public. They are built in private, constructed from discipline, fueled by vision, and strengthened by every decision you make when no one else is watching. It happens in early mornings when your body wants to sleep, but your future demands that you rise. It happens in late nights when the world has gone quiet but your goals still call your name. It happens when you choose growth instead of comfort, progress instead of excuses, and work instead of wishing. This is the realm where champions are made, the realm of silent battles, private sacrifices, and unseen consistency. Nobody sees you reading when your friends are scrolling. Nobody sees you practicing when others are partying. Nobody sees your doubts, your fears, your failures. The moments you wanted to quit but didn't. Nobody sees the nights you felt lost but showed up anyway. But this is the work that matters. Because before wealth arrives, before opportunities appear, before success becomes real, you must sharpen your mind to a level most people never even attempt. Your thoughts must rise before your reality does. Your belief must grow before your results do. Your internal world must evolve before your external world can ever match it. The truth is simple, but powerful. Your empire doesn't begin with money. It begins with mindset. Your mind is the architect. Your habits are the bricks. Your discipline is the cement. Your daily actions are the construction team. And your vision is the blueprint guiding it all. While others wait for motivation, you build discipline. While others wait for the right time, you create your own momentum. While others talk about dreams, you build the structure that makes those dreams real. Every empire begins with a thought, a vision, a seed planted in the mind long before it appears in the world. But the power of that thought depends entirely on how fiercely and consistently you choose to hold it. Your mind is not a passive vessel, it is a magnet, drawing into your life everything that resonates with the energy and focus you give it. If your thoughts are small, your life will shrink to match them. If your vision is timid, your actions will be hesitant, your results limited. If your mind is cluttered with fear, doubt, and excuses, your reality will reflect those limitations. Most people live their lives unconsciously, letting random thoughts, fleeting fears, and external opinions shape their destiny. But those who build empires do the opposite. They take complete command of their inner world, knowing that the invisible work inside their mind determines the visible reality outside. When you begin thinking like a builder, your mind begins to rearrange the world around you. You start noticing opportunities where others see obstacles. You begin seeing paths where others see dead ends. You start taking actions with precision, guided by a clarity that comes from the alignment of your thoughts, beliefs, and intentions. The mind that is disciplined, focused, and unrelenting begins to attract the people, resources, and circumstances needed to bring the vision to life. Momentum begins to flow naturally, because the mind that knows where it is going starts shaping the environment to match its focus. Every thought you choose to nurture becomes a force, pulling your life closer to the reality you are determined to create. Think about the great leaders, innovators, and visionaries in history. Their results didn't start the day they succeeded. They started the day they disciplined their thoughts and began thinking beyond their immediate circumstances. They developed a mindset that refused to be defined by scarcity, limitation, or fear. They understood that mastery over their own mind was the first step toward mastery over their life, and that mastery requires conscious effort. It demands that you feed your mind with ideas that inspire, challenge, and elevate you, and starve it of the doubts, distractions, and negativity that sap energy and blur vision. What you consistently focus on, you amplify. What you consistently believe, you bring into existence. Every single thought you entertain is either a building block or a barrier. Plant fear and hesitation, and your progress stalls. Plant excuses and comfort, and your dreams fade quietly in the background. Plant discipline, belief, and relentless focus, and your vision grows roots that no obstacle can uproot. The mind becomes fertile ground for the reality you are determined to create. And it is your responsibility to cultivate it carefully, with intention and persistence. Every idea, every internal conversation, every self-affirming decision adds strength to your blueprint, gradually shaping the invisible foundation upon which your empire will rise. This is why protecting your mind is non-negotiable. Every influence, every conversation, every habit shapes your mental environment. You must be ruthless about what you allow in, and deliberate about what you cultivate. Surround yourself with thoughts, stories, and examples of possibility. Study those who have achieved what you desire. Absorb wisdom, not distraction. Fill your inner world with inspiration, clarity, and unwavering determination. And watch as your outer world begins to bend toward the vision you have been nurturing in silence. Vision alone will never build an empire. Ideas, dreams, and intentions are the seeds, but discipline is the water and sunlight that allow them to grow. Without consistent, focused effort, even the brightest vision withers in the soil of procrastination. Discipline is the invisible force that turns thought into action, and action into results. It is the bridge between what you see in your mind and what materializes in your life. Those who fail to understand this are trapped in the cycle of wishing and waiting, endlessly hoping the world will hand them success. But those who understand discipline know it is not a punishment or limitation. It is the ultimate freedom. It is the power to take control of your destiny, to move through resistance, and to rise above the chaos and distraction that keeps most people stuck. Discipline is not glamorous. It does not announce itself with applause. It shows up in the quiet moments. The mornings you wake up before the sun. The nights you work while the world sleeps. The decisions you make to stay consistent even when motivation has vanished. Every successful person you admire has built their life on the backbone of unyielding discipline. Thomas Edison didn't stop after a few failed experiments. He disciplined himself to try over 1,000 times before creating the light that transformed the world. Henry Ford didn't wait for the perfect economic conditions. He disciplined himself to keep refining his vision until it became the global empire we know today. The power of consistency and commitment cannot be overstated. It is the currency of achievement. Discipline is not about eliminating joy or living in rigidity. It is about aligning your daily actions with your higher purpose. It is choosing what matters most over what feels easiest. It is prioritizing the long-term rewards over short-term comfort. Empire builders understand that every small, disciplined action compounds over time, creating results far beyond what the casual observer can imagine. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail is not talent, luck, or opportunity. It is the ability to stay disciplined when the world tempts you to quit. Every challenge you face is a test of discipline. The resistance you encounter, the moments of doubt, the distractions, the setbacks, they are all opportunities to strengthen your resolve. Each time you choose focus over indulgence, effort over ease, persistence over surrender, you are reinforcing the foundation of your empire. Over time, this disciplined approach transforms not only your results, but your character. You become the person capable of sustaining greatness, the leader capable of carrying a vision, and the strategist capable of turning adversity into advantage. The remarkable truth is that discipline magnifies vision. A clear mind with a strong vision, but without disciplined action, is like a ship without a rudder. Directionless, drifting, vulnerable to every wave and storm. Discipline turns your vision into a map, your intentions into measurable progress, and your dreams into tangible outcomes. It converts invisible potential into visible results. And when you commit fully to this process, even the challenges that seem insurmountable become stepping stones. Every failure, every delay, every setback is absorbed and transformed by disciplined action into forward momentum. Understand this: there is no shortcut around discipline. There is no luck that replaces it. There is no external force that will gift it to you. It is the choice you make, moment by moment, to honor your vision above your comfort, to push forward when it would be easier to rest, to execute when no one else is watching. It is the quiet, consistent work that separates the wishful from the victorious. Those who embrace discipline in every thought, every habit, and every decision do not merely survive, they dominate. Now is the time to act. All the thinking, all the planning, all the silent work you've done has led to this moment. The world may not notice yet, but every step you've taken, every decision you've made in alignment with your vision, is moving you closer to the empire you are meant to build. The path won't always be easy. There will be doubt, there will be setbacks, there will be days when giving up feels simpler than pushing forward. But remember, empires are not built by those who wait for comfort. They are built by those who rise when it's hard, who move when it's inconvenient, who stay disciplined when the world tempts them to quit. Your mind has become your strongest asset. Your vision is clear. Your discipline is unshakable. Now, combine them with action, with persistence, with faith in yourself, and nothing in this world can stop you. The invisible work you've done will manifest into visible success, and the life you've imagined will no longer be a dream. It will be your reality. So rise, build, commit to the process, protect your mind, feed your vision, and take control of your destiny. The world is waiting for those bold enough to create, disciplined enough to persevere, and relentless enough to finish. If you're ready to transform your life and build your empire, hit that subscribe button and join the journey. Every day is a chance to grow, to move closer, to rise higher. Don't let another day pass without taking action. Your empire awaits. Go claim it.